Welcome back to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Thank you for staying with us. Former National Carnival Queen 2018, Erlika Frederick, will compete in the Miss OECS pageant today, Friday, the 1st of November. The pageant is being hosted in Dominica at the Windsor Park Stadium. Frederick competed in the Miss JC's pageant in July of this year and was the first runner-up. She has her sights set on the Miss OECS title. The pageant will be held under the theme celebrating harmonization and integration in pageantry. The first Miss OECS pageant was held in 1984. It was revived this year after an extended hiatus. On Thursday, National Security Minister Herman Gil-Francis revealed that he had assessed the Bordelais Correctional Facility, put in place some special accommodations, and deemed it suitable for incarceration of a teenage girl. That teenager was assaulted by 3 male inmates at the prison. The issue has reignited calls for a special facility for detention of juvenile offenders. What do you make of the minister's call? Do you think Bordelais Correctional Facility is suitable to hold juvenile offenders?
Of course not. Of course not. This is not a place for the kids, you know. Kids need correction. They need to be disciplined, they need correction. And they need professionals to take care of their situation. You know, it's a problem that they have. Putting them in there doesn't make anything better for them, you know. We want men and women for tomorrow, people that need correction, people that need to be trained, and Bordelais definitely is not for kids. Yeah, I oppose this 100%.
In my opinion, ma'am, I don't believe Bordelais should be the right place to house juveniles because of the tender age. And in my opinion, again, I believe that all hope might not be lost, and maybe everybody deserves a second chance at life. And I think that if there is maybe proper guidance, maybe other help for those juveniles, I believe that maybe they could probably come through and realize the mistakes that may have made and probably come to the society to make a valid contribution. Because I believe if they are kept at the facility, it may just corrupt them or cause them more harm than good. So I believe everybody deserves a second chance, and if they get a chance at being reformed, I think that could assist them greatly to make a positive contribution towards the society.
I believe that the government should prescribe more jails. Another jail would be good.
No, not at all. I wouldn't say that they are right what they done. They done a mistake, of course. If they are in jail, they have to pay for it. But you have to restore them. We have to be there for them in order to, because they are not going to stay there all their lives. They have to get out. So if you put them with criminals, they will become criminals, and they will stay criminals.
Yes, because I used to work at the Boys Training Center, and I know the challenge of absconding. When you put them close to Bordelais, they will behave themselves. Because sometimes some of them is a hardened code criminal at the BTC. But I believe the government should build a separate jail from them to teach them fellas a lesson. A lesson, because when you're outside, you're playing bad. When you're inside, you humble yourself. I believe it could turn like a boot camp.
I don't think so, because that's what the Boys Training Center is for. And I don't think the environment is conducive for juveniles.
I don't think the juveniles should be housing with the inmates from Bordelais, because the age difference, it's already totally different. The age difference is different, and not only that, for me, it's just not right, because they are actual criminals, and the children, I'm not saying all of them are innocent, but the children, they don't do crime to say crime. Everybody do right and wrong, but the children, I don't think they should be together at any point in time. Juveniles are juveniles, criminals are criminals.
When I look at it, of course, they should house them in the same place. But if you can do the crime, you can do the time. You understand? There's nothing wrong in that, because from the time you reach 16 years already, you have a grown mind already, not a baby.
Those were your views. The Antigua and Barbuda Parliament has given the Gaston Brown-led administration the green light to secure a US $15.8 million loan to buy additional shares in the Antigua-based regional carrier Liat. But the Prime Minister has served notice that the financing will come with cuts, including pay reductions. Brown, who is also Finance Minister, said he negotiated the 10-year loan on the 11th of September. Of the US $15.8 million loan amount, US $15 million will be utilized to recapitalize LIAT, while the other US $800,000 will be utilized to cover transactional expenses. Earlier this year, Antigua and Barbuda was in negotiations with the Barbados government, the largest single shareholder of the financially troubled airline, on purchasing the majority of its 49.4% shares. But earlier this month, Brown said he had told his Barbadian counterpart, Mia Motley, that his government no longer wanted to buy the shares and would instead invest in the carrier. Wynwood and Leeward Brewery Limited launches an all-new Peter Malta campaign aimed to give back to local families through the St. Lucia Crisis Center. For every Peter Malta purchase at a Massey Stores supermarket, 5 cents will be donated to the Crisis Center. The St. Lucia Crisis Center was established in October 1988 and has been providing decades of support services to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault and child abuse, as well as providing counseling to help foster better relationships among individuals and families. The center, though funded by the St. Lucian government, is currently in need of financial assistance, and Wynwood and Leeward Brewery Limited were more than happy to support. Brand manager for Peter Malta, Fern Wilson-Jean, recently launched the Peter Malta Nourishing Futures campaign to raise awareness for the Crisis Center and to educate the public on the support services the center provides to families.
Peter Malta brand has a long-standing history in St. Lucia. The brand has been a pillar for nourishing so many lives for over 20 years. The brand's essence is all about supporting, nourishing, encouraging families. And this year we wanted to touch even more families through our campaign. Very proud of this. It's called Peter Malta Nourishing Futures. With this campaign, it gives all of us a chance to give back to our families and our communities, to support our communities.
According to Wilson-Jean, for every Peter Malta purchased at Massey Stores supermarkets, from now until the 30th of November, 5 cents will go towards supporting the St. Lucia Crisis Center. Faith St. Catherine, who has been employed at the center since 2011, says the root cause of a lot of society's ills is related to family and upbringing.
When I came here, Crisis Center was seen as a place that only offered service. That was the concept, that this is a woman's place. But I have seen where men are now coming in and men are playing a more important part in the family because they are trying to keep the family together and resolve issues in the family. So we do have a lot of men now coming in and bringing in their partners and children, and that is very encouraging.
President of the Crisis Center, Lansha Isidore, speaks to some of the challenges the organization faces and appeals for more assistance from the private sector.
The St. Lucia Crisis Center experiences many daunting challenges. 2 of our major challenges would be a permanent home for the center and also lack of resources. The Wynwood and Leeward Brewery has taken the initiative to support in lending assistance to our many vulnerable families, and we are extremely grateful for the support. We continue to appeal to your donations in order to provide much needed support for the St. Lucia Crisis Center.
Wynwood and Leeward Brewery Limited is currently no stranger to community outreach. However, the company is especially proud of this partnership, as both the brand Peter Malta and the St. Lucia Crisis Center have had a long-standing history of serving the people and nourishing lives in St. Lucia. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news coming up after the break.